Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another deep dive here in our space. Today we brought some really fascinating material, full of twists in the world of artificial intelligence.
That's right.
We have notes here on the use of military artificial intelligence, the emergence of super intelligent models, and a quite surprising strategy shift from major players like Openai.
Yes, things are happening.
So, our mission today is clear. Let's break down the main points of all this and find out what it really means. For all of us.
Exactly. We've analyzed everything, from the growing autonomy of robots and potential war scenarios, to the fierce competition among increasingly powerful tech giants, and now, sometimes, open artificial intelligence models.
Okay, let's break this down. Starting with something that honestly seems like a movie script, but is apparently on the planning table of many nations. The military application of artificial intelligence, this vision of robotic armies going into combat. It doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore, does it?
I completely agree. And what's really impressive is the speed at which this field is evolving, often behind the scenes, right? Several countries are investing heavily. China in particular seems very focused on humanoid robots, drones, autonomous vehicles, all guided by artificial intelligence. That's a considerable push.
And something that made me think was the shift of some of the giants like OpenAI and Google. Initially, there was significant ethical caution about the military use of artificial intelligence.
Right, conversation, principles.
Exactly, and now we're seeing them actively collaborating with governments. What do you think motivated this change in direction? Is it purely pragmatic?
That's a great question. And if you connect this collaboration with the growing autonomy of these machine systems that learn to decide, even to replicate themselves? Well, the complexity simply skyrockets. The concern that used to be theoretical now seems much more tangible. The analogy with the Terminator might sound dramatic, but the root of the fear about controlling this technology is right there.
Undoubtedly. And the mass production of intelligent drones in China, with the potential to literally invade airspace, is already a developing reality. The impact on global security is enormous and immediate.
But, and this is crucial, we have to remember that the same artificial intelligence driving these military applications also has enormous potential for good. Think of large-scale reforestation or the development of solutions to combat climate change. The technology itself is neutral. The critical point is how it is applied.
That duality, again. And how does this evolution impact the job market? If robots become capable of everything, from complex tasks like creating new AIs to, say, taking care of the elderly, what role is left for humans in the economy?
This raises a really important question. If you look at the big picture, heavy investment in autonomous weapons by one nation will inevitably lead to a chain reaction, right?
New arms race.
Exactly. A new arms race, focused on artificial intelligence and autonomous machines. The limits of this evolution are generally concerning.
Okay, changing the subject a bit, but staying in the fast-paced world of artificial intelligence. Get ready for, a quantum leap perhaps. The Gemini 2.5 has just arrived.
Yes, news.
And the initial results suggest a significant shift in the artificial intelligence podium. The numbers are truly impressive.
What is fascinating here is how the Gemini 2.5, so many versions as the Nebula, not only caught up. It seems to have really surpassed the competitors in the arena ranking.
Right? Leap? Noticeable.
The score difference, compared to models like the Grok K3 and perhaps the GPT 4.5, is quite considerable. This suggests a true advancement in capabilities.
It's as if it just opened up a new level of possibilities. And the specific tests in areas like mathematics, I think it was the AMI 2025.
That one.
And sciences, the GPQA and that last challenging humanities exam, they show truly sophisticated reasoning. And a remarkable breadth of knowledge.
Precisely. These aren't just statistics. Users sharing examples on Reddit, practices showing the power of 2.5, like quickly solving complex pattern recognition problems.
Oh, in Karase.
And generating high-quality SVG files with impressive precision. It seems to be very capable in all aspects.
And for those dealing with code, the news seems excellent as well. The Gemini 2.5 apparently performs exceptionally in code generation and editing, achieving some remarkable results in the CE benchmark test.
One of the model's main strengths is its ability to process a huge amount of information currently. 1 billion tokens, with the promise to double that.
Wow, 1 million tokens. What does that mean, Frax?
Well, think of it as the model's working memory. This allows it to handle much longer and more complex texts or conversations, leading to more coherent and detailed responses. And its multimodal nature, The ability to integrate text, images, audio, video, and code is a significant evolutionary leap.
And all of this is running on the infrastructure, optimized by Google, their custom TPUs, right? Which should mean remarkable efficiency for training and running the model.
Exactly. You can already try out Gemini 2.5 Pro in the AI Studio, although some users have reported that it occasionally reverts to version 2.0 during testing. So, there might still be some adjustments being made.
Okay.
The rollout is happening gradually, but the expectation is that 2.5 will soon be available through Vertex AI for larger-scale projects like enterprise use.
So, the AI community must be buzzing about this.
Oh, for sure. Online discussions really reflect this excitement about how quickly Gemini is evolving. Lots of memes too, of course.
Of course. And just when we thought the AI scene couldn't get any hotter, OpenAI surprises us with an unexpected announcement. They are developing a model with open weights.
Yes, that definitely caught attention.
After years of a more closed approach with their previous models, this change is strategic. It caught everyone's attention.
What's fascinating here is understanding this crucial distinction between open weights and open source.
If it's right, don't go.
No. OpenAI plans to release access to the model's training parameters. Think of it as the knowledge that the AI has internalized during training, but not the actual source code or the data used to train it. It's a selective openness, but still impactful.
So, what could be the main motivators behind this strategic change? The growing competition from models like DeepSeek and Lambda Meta, which apparently have an impressive number of downloads.
Over 1 billion, supposedly.
1 billion. That must have influenced the decision, for sure.
Almost certainly. And if you connect this to the criticisms from figures like Elon Musk, who accused OpenAI of deviating from its original mission and becoming very profit-focused?
Change from non-profit to for-profit.
Exactly. And then the pursuit of that massive funding round, supposedly $40 billion, led by SoftBank.
Hoarding.
The picture starts to make more sense. This openness could be a tactic to attract more developers, boost innovation built on their models, and ultimately strengthen their market position.
Makes sense. And along with this news, OpenAI also introduced its new model, GPT 4.0, with a special focus on advanced image generation and editing.
Yes, the Omni 1.
Right. The ability to manipulate existing images and even insert readable text into them, all integrated. That's really impressive. Something that previously required separate tools.
And the demand for this new technology is apparently so high that OpenAI's servers actually struggled during the live demonstration of GPT-4.
Wow.
This really highlights the level of interest and the disruptive potential of these new visual creation features.
It's also worth noting the implementation of tag C2 to identify images generated by artificial intelligence. Think of these tags as a kind of digital watermark.
Yes.
Exactly. Confirming the origin of the image. This is increasingly vital in a world where distinguishing the real from synthetic content is becoming more difficult. Furthermore, OpenPont Artificial Intelligence also announced new guidelines on the use of images of public figures.
Meanwhile, Meta didn't stand still. They launched Mocha.
Mocha? What is that?
It's a model capable of creating the full body of digital characters, synchronized voice, facial expressions, even camera movements, just from text and voice commands. No reference image is needed.
Really? This is sci-fi.
It's getting close. It allows for the creation of digital avatars. Almost autonomously, a big step.
What are the technical details of Mocha?
It uses a diffusion architecture with transformers, generating clips of up to about 5.3 seconds at 720 inches at 24 frames per second. And Meta's internal benchmark suggests that it outperforms other existing solutions for creating these virtual characters.
The pace is simply relentless, and the global competition continues to heat up. In China, you mentioned DeepSeek, which is gaining prominence.
Yes, with their V3 model. It offers really impressive performance, apparently at a lower development cost, which is interesting.
And Alibaba's response?
They launched the Kim 3, right after the Kim 2.5 Max model. This just shows that the frantic race for leadership in artificial intelligence is underway. DeepSeek is even planning to launch the successor to the R1 model before May, further intensifying the global battle. So, what we saw today is this remarkable convergence of factors, artificial intelligence moving out of the lab to directly impact global security, reaching performance levels that seemed almost unattainable not long ago. And at the same time, going through this strategic opening, they could potentially democratize access. It's quite a moment.
It really is. And for you who are listening as we explore all this, the question becomes, how will these transformations shape your future?
Yes, that's the main takeaway.
whether in your work, your country's security, or just your daily interaction with technology. Artificial intelligence is fundamentally redefining the rules of the game. Which of these advancements sparked more of your curiosity? What questions have arisen in your mind?
Keep thinking about that.
Share your thoughts. Investigate for yourself.